The first Sonic movie was surprisingly fun, and what people predicted to be one of the worst films of 2020 and one of the biggest box office bombs of the year turned out to be the opposite. Just 2 years from the first film, we are getting another Sonic movie. It is releasing in theaters on April 8, and here is my review for Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Before we start, let me remind you that if you are new to this channel, please press the subscribe button down there. I will be reviewing all the 2022 movies even before the embargo. So, now let us start with the actual review. The first film had Sonic, his human friend, and Jim Carrey as the evil Dr. Robotnik. This movie is going to go even bigger by introducing us to more Sonic-like characters. We have Tails and Knuckles. Now, I'm not a huge Sonic game fan, so please don't judge me if I say anything wrong here. Tails and Knuckles are an excellent addition to the movie. It completes a natural color trio of red, yellow, and blue. Knuckles especially is a really interesting character right from the moment he is introduced. I liked Tails too, but she's often overshadowed while she's sharing her screen with Sonic or Knuckles. So, I'm not all crazy about seeing more of Tails, but I would love to see more of Knuckles. Knuckles even overshadows Sonic when both share the screen. However, Sonic does hit back with funny dialogues. Speaking of Sonic, he's equally funny as he was in the first one. That is one of the traits I liked about this film. It is a sequel which does not completely distinguish itself from the original. Jim Carrey was such an excellent presence in the first film. Here, he is not on par with the first film. Maybe it is because of the introduction of Knuckles along with him. Jim Carrey gives an equally good performance, but the character writing is not as strong as it was in the first Sonic movie. He is still a really menacing and crazy funny villain. Idris Elba is so amazing as Knuckles. His voice is ridiculously great. It is so good. He will easily be one of the high talking points of the movie. I mean, this trio of Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles overshadows everything else in the film, even the legendary Jim Carrey. So yeah, I think it was an excellent addition. Other than that, Ben Schwartz is amazing as Sonic, just like the way he was in the first film. And James Marsden, though I really liked him in the first film, and here he does not have a lot to do, but still, you can feel his presence in it. The first movie does some pretty cool action scenes, but I remember almost none. I remember a few action moments, but I don't remember the whole sequence. The action in that film was good, but forgettable. But oh boy, does this movie improve upon the action scenes. I mean, it does not have insane fight choreography or epic scale, but the action in itself is entertaining to watch. There are a few memorable action sequences in it, especially the final one is awesome. Now, do I think the action sequences are as good to be a few of the best action scenes this year? No, of course not. We've got movies like Jurassic World Dominion, Top Gun Maverick, Bullet Train, and Black Adam coming up. This movie is not going to hold its own against the action scenes of those films, and it is meaningless to compare it. All I'm trying to say is that the action in this film was pretty dope and an improvement over the first film. As the first film was a success, did this film look more expensive than that? I wouldn't say a definite yes. It was kind of the same when it comes to visual effects. It had pretty decent VFX in it, just like the first film. But I guess there was no increase in quality because this time they had more quantity. They have to create another two Sonic-like creatures this time around, plus all the other VFX. So yes, there was definitely more VFX in this film, not only because of Tails and Knuckles, but also because of its increased scale of action and explosions. After the events of the first film, Sonic is determined to make his mark as a hero and decides to stay in Green Hills, while Tom and Mary go to Hawaii for her sister Rachel's wedding. When Dr. Eggman returns from the Mushroom Planet in search for the Master Emerald to conquer the world and exact revenge against Sonic with the help of Knuckles, the Echidna, Sonic and his new friend Miles Tails Prower set out to find the emerald before it falls into the wrong hands. So it is kind of an action adventure, whereas I have already mentioned action is great, but the adventure is not. It has a nice premise for the story, but there is nothing really spectacular in the adventure up until the third act. There is also humor in the film, which sometimes works and sometimes it just doesn't work. So I guess the writing could have been better. Considering all these points, Sonic is a really fun family film, but just like the original, it will stay in the hearts of fans forever and may eventually fade as a real fun time pass film for everyone else. I'm giving Sonic the Hedgehog 2 a 7.3 out of 10. So share your own thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching. Like, share and subscribe Film Villa.